Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to do keyword research in a country which language you don't know. In a previous video we discussed how to do keyword research in the US in English. Since that's a focus market for most of the apps, so we started with that one. But if you have a product that is localized into other languages, you need to make sure to localize your metadata as well. And to do that, you would also need to do a keyword research in each of those markets. So I used an example of my own app in the last video. If you haven't watched that and you need help in doing an initial keyword research for your app, you can go ahead and do that. I will leave a link in the description to that previous video. So now we will be trying to localize, to find localized keywords for, let's pick Germany. Yeah, so here you saw what I did. I clicked on United States and now I searched for Germany. Now when I click on that, don't be surprised, we will have 0 competitors, right? That's a new location, that's a new language. I do have this app already localized. I'm just using it as an example. Yeah, if your app is not localized, then and you don't have a German localization in your app store, your title will be using your default language. If it's English US, then you will see an English US title here, and people in searching from Germany will be seeing your app in English, using your English title and subtitle. Now we go through the same process, right? We will be starting from scratch, and as in the previous video, to save us some time, I will be spying on my competitors straight away to find the keywords that have volume. Now, as I said in the previous video, there are other ways that you can look for the keywords. A lot of people like using ChatGPT, especially if it's not their language that they are speaking. Yeah, they are going to ChatGPT and saying that, hey, I have this app, I need to localize my metadata into German. The app is about this and this. Please give me a list of German keywords. And ChatGPT will generate a list of keywords for you. Now, that's not enough to create metadata because ChatGPT doesn't know some very important metrics about those keywords, such as a keyword volume and then a keyword difficulty. So even if you start with ChatGPT, you will still need to import all those keywords here and enter them in the ASO tool, AppTweak, or whatever tool that you are using, to see whether those keywords actually have volume. So either whether somebody is actually searching for them, right? And a lot of the times, it's much easier actually to start in the ASO tool and start by spying on competitors, because while you are spying on competitors, you will see that we will have the data about the search volume straight away, right? So the first step, as mentioned before, is adding our competitors, and they need to be relevant, right? When we click, I just clicked on, just to make sure that you followed, I clicked on this button called Add Competitors, and AppTweak generates suggestions for me. It doesn't mean that these are relevant suggestions. Yeah, don't trust everything you see, double check everything. Since I know what my app is about and I know these apps, I see that none of them are relevant. Yeah, you can also try using these tags, these like little keywords that the AppTweak is suggesting to you based on the metadata that you're already using here, and we can see that, oh, this is actually much better, right? So we will be adding our competitors. If you haven't watched the previous research about doing the metadata in the keyword research in the US, I was explaining this number, app power. Yeah, so if we have a lot of strong apps, then app power will be higher. If we work in the niche category, app power will be lower. So we need to search for the balance here, right? But if all our competitors are 0 app power, we add them as well. It doesn't mean that these are bad apps, that they are generating 0 downloads. It just means that they are not as big as I don't know, Facebook, right? Okay, so we will be adding relevant competitors right now. Each AppTweak plan or another ASO tools plan have probably a limit on the number of competitors that you can add. So beware of that. You can always delete and add new competitors later. I like to work with a lot of competitors and try to spy on a lot of competitors just to make sure that I have a very good list of keywords to work with and a lot of keywords to choose from for my metadata. Yeah, so we now added a bunch of competitors. Don't forget to click on save selection. So the process is the same as for the language that you know. I personally don't know German. I know it on a very, very basic level. So I know some of the words, but I already forgot a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I could also choose, I don't know, Japanese or Korean here. So the process would be the same. We always start with choosing a relevant competitor. Now, all the ASO tools that I know, they have this toggle thingy here that lets you translate into English. And this is what makes it working with creating metadata and generating a keyword list so much easier, right? So once you click this on, you will see translations into English to each of the keyword that you are getting here, right? So of course you will not see a translation of an app title, and things like that, but the keywords, yes, that's what we need. So as I mentioned before, you can start with analyzing which keywords your app is already ranking for. But if we imagine that our app is maybe a brand new app, or maybe it is not even launched yet, right? We will have nothing here in our own metadata. And that's when we start spying on competitors and going through each competitor and seeing how it ranks for different types of keywords. So for which keywords this app will be ranked as top 1, and if the keyword is relevant, you add it to your list. For which keywords this specific app is ranked 2 to 3, if these are relevant, we add them to the list. Yeah, and our small little English translations here help us understand if this is actually the keyword that we need to use for our app as well. And so the process is the same, right? So we go through all of these top up until top 100. Yeah, usually here the keywords will not be that relevant. Yeah, for example, logo quiz has nothing to do with flags. And we go through each app one by one. I'm not gonna do it right now to save us time. We're going through that one by one, adding these keywords. Now, as I mentioned in my previous video, some other ways to search for keywords. They may be not relevant specifically for you, but there are some web products that, for example, don't have their own apps, but they are your competitor just in another space, on a web. So, but people might be searching for those on the App Store or in Google Play, and these competitor terms might have some keyword volume. So if you know of such products that exist on the web but don't have their apps, you can try to type in their names here and see if they have volume in this country. You can also ask for help, Google, ChatGPT, whatever, and ask them the same question, right? Just make sure that you are asking about Germany or France or whatever market you're working with. So web products that are not an app, that's one additional source. Another additional source is trying to find relevant YouTube channels, online communities, etc., and trying to see if those have volumes. So for example, kids apps, there are a lot of popular YouTube channels for kids. You can try and type their names here in the search field and see if that YouTube channel name has any search volume that you can target in your keyword field. Now here AppTweak offers you some popular keywords in the category where your app is, which keywords, and you can check all of those, right, and see maybe there is something relevant for your app. Keywords that are trending in this specific market over the last week, 30 days, 90 days, etc. You can also check out Shuffler. I have never used it, but maybe it will work for you. So you kind of like type separate one word keywords, and then you click on generate combinations and it tries to generate combinations. But normally keywords that have volume will already be covered after you have spied on your competitors. And another way that I forgot actually to mention to you during the previous video is this store autocomplete. You know that when you start typing something in the search results, you will get a list of auto suggestions. So that's what this tool does. For example, yeah, you can type in Flaggen, which is flags in German, yeah, and it will tell you which search suggestions appear, yeah, and you can see if some of those are not in your keyword list yet, you can add those. Most of the time they will already be there, but you know, it's never too bad to double check. Okay, so what you will notice for countries that are not the US is that, not for all the apps, but for a lot of the apps, you will see a fewer number of keywords for these other countries. This is okay, especially if I don't know, for countries that are even smaller than Germany. Also, what you will notice is that in the US, you will find maybe more keywords that have that are like long tail keywords, yeah, and maybe like more specific, while in other countries the terms will be more generic. For example, I work with apps for kids and in the US, for example, there will be terms like I don't know, math games for first grade, yeah, or free math games for second graders, you know. So like very specific. They include the topic, they include the grade, or it can include the age, you know, and those will have volume. If you look at, I don't know, Denmark, for example, the term that will have volume will be games for kids or math games for kids. So they will not be that specific and that long tail. And long tail keywords will have a much lower volume. So this is just something for you to keep in mind. It's not bad. It's not something you have to do about it. No, that's just how it is. Okay, so that was it. As I said, the process is the same whether you're working for Germany or South Korea or Japan, you know, or Arabic countries. The process is always the same, and this toggle of translating into English will definitely help you generate the relevant list of keywords. Okay, so for the future reference, you would want to maybe download the list of these keywords, and maybe you don't want to update your metadata right now, right? But you want to have the list, so you can download all of them. So what you need to do is select all of the keywords, and then for now we only have 9 keywords. That's why you will only see data for 9 keywords, and then we download them, and then we can open. I will just show you how it looks. It will have your app name, the keyword, whether it is true or false, whether it is brand keyword, so true or false. So it means that this keyword is a brand keyword. It doesn't matter whether it's your brand or somebody else's brand. Yes, that's a brand keyword. And this one is, for example, a generic keyword. Yeah, so it doesn't belong to any other brand, to any brand. Then you will have the volume, the difficulty, and all of the other parameters that AppTweak is giving you. So that's a good way to keep your keywords for the future, and also for future tracking. Okay, well, that's it for today. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions in the comments. Also, that's an open discussion, as I always say. I don't know everything. I don't know 100% of things. So if you have any other suggestions or recommendations how to generate keywords in the markets, which language you don't know, feel free also to share with the community and with the viewers. And yeah, that's it for today. Have a nice day.